Hey there, fellow home renovators and old house enthusiasts. It's your favorite DIY detective back again, ready to shine a light on one of the most perplexing and anxiety-inducing parts of updating a vintage beauty: building codes. We've all heard the whispers about what you can and can't do, especially when it comes to those mysterious, grandfathered elements. So, let's grab our metaphorical magnifying glasses and dive into the fascinating, sometimes frustrating world of building codes and when those magical clauses suddenly disappear. Imagine you've just bought a charming 1920s bungalow. It's got original plaster, quirky built-ins, and maybe some wiring that looks straight out of a museum. The great news is that many of these elements are likely grandfathered in. This means if something was built to code, or whatever passed as code, at the time of construction, it generally doesn't need to be updated to today's much stricter standards as long as you don't mess with it. Think of it like this. Your antique plumbing might not meet modern flow rates, but as long as it's not leaking and you aren't replacing the whole system, you don't have to rip it out. Your narrow, charming staircase is probably fine, even if today's standards demand a wider tread. This status is a blessing, preventing us from gutting every single older home. But here's where things get expensive. While grandfathered status is wonderful, it is absolutely not an unbreakable shield. There are several key scenarios where those existing cozy old elements will suddenly be forced to meet current code requirements. First and foremost is significant alteration or replacement. If you alter, move, or completely replace a system, say you decide to fully rewire the kitchen or replace a load-bearing wall, that specific element must conform to today's codes. Second, watch out for change of occupancy or use. If you convert a single-family home into a duplex, or turn that old garage into a legal living suite, the entire space must meet the new code requirements for its new purpose. Third, safety hazards are non-negotiable. If an existing element, even if it was compliant in 1920, is now considered a significant safety risk, like exposed, cloth-wrapped wiring or a dangerous lack of egress, you must fix it immediately. Finally, remember that any new elements you add, a deck, a new bathroom, an addition, must always meet current building codes. You can't grandfather in something that didn't exist before. So, how do you avoid a code-related meltdown and keep your renovation safe and legal? The three most important pieces of advice are: permits, permits, permits. Pulling permits forces you to consult with your local building department, who are the ultimate authority. Second, consult professionals. Don't guess. Hire experienced contractors, architects, or engineers who specialize in older homes. And third, do your homework. Familiarize yourself with your local building department's website. Knowledge is power. Working on an older home is a labor of love, a dance between preserving history and embracing modern safety. Understanding grandfathered status and its limits is the most crucial step in that dance. Don't let code requirements scare you away from your dream. Just make sure you're well informed. Ready to tackle your renovation with a professional plan? Reach out today and let's discuss how to buy or sell a vintage home safely. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more real estate tips and information.